Earlier on, obviously, we had the Elkie and Asadi show. We have just had the fantastic Sudden Knot, and we are going to, in half an hour time, have the very exciting second quarterfinal of the Extreme Improv Xstreamed World Championship Tournament of 2021. But for now, we're very excited to have these guys back. They've performed with us in our previous festivals at least once or twice before. This is the Historyonics. Guys, the stage is now yours.
Thank you very much. And here comes my colleague Tim. Oh, the magic of technology! You're a little bit frozen, Tim, but we shall bear with. Hello! Welcome to Historyonics, the improvised history lesson, with myself and the still image of Tim Williams. I'm hoping will unstill soon.
Oh, hello?
You're with us! Brilliant. Yes, we are going to tell the
can you hear me?
Of a particular object throughout time. We are all familiar with history, but maybe not quite like this. So what I'm going to ask for from our many listeners around the globe tuning in to the wonderful Extreme Improv is I'm going to ask for a suggestion of an object, and hopefully those suggestions will appear like magic or like technology in the chat. Tim, how are you doing? How's your internet connection?
It's good. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
This will still, but you seem to be okay.
We'll see how we go.
Wait, okay. Yes.
Okay,
I'm moving around a little.
We're getting a few suggestions coming in the chat.
Wonderful, yeah.
Any suggestion grab your attention, Mr. Williams? Oh, I mean, that is so general. I feel like we have to go with the invention of the book. That's just so broad and so generalised. Are you happy with the invention of the book, Tim?
The invention of the... Oh, okay. If it could be a book about wagon wheels, okay, yes, a book.
Wagon wheels was also a very good suggestion. Thank you to whoever put that. So we will try and work in wagon wheels. But this is the invention of the book. And the invention of the book begins a very long time ago. And it begins like this. My king! My king!
Is abdicating momentarily in
no.
a private... Oh, I had seconds in the feudal system. Okay, thank you. Oh, my chancellor.
Yes. I'm sorry, you were thinking of abdicating, my lord.
The thought alighted in my brain. Ran screaming for my mental militia upon it.
Well,
yes.
It's a good thing you didn't abdicate because I bring exciting news.
Well, unburden yourself, man.
I will. I will.
Into my presence.
Sire, this exciting news comes from a contact that I have in a small town who knows a cobbler who works in a smaller village who knows a fishmonger from a very small hamlet indeed. And the news is... I've forgotten the news, sire. I've got no way of recording it, you see. I'm so sorry. I was so excited by the chain of contacts that I don't know what the news was.
And you went down the ruddy rabbit hole on that one, didn't you? It was an extensive list of contacts.
Wait,
yes?
Rabbit hole. That was it. Sire, we are being invaded by rabbits.
We are... I was about to say how hungry I was. So this is a wonderful turn up. Invaded by rabbits.
Yes, sire.
That was that definitely happened at a certain point in history, so I'm just going to lean into it now. Raided by rabbits, invaded by rabbits. What
are your orders, sire?
Orders, my orders. I could give you only I have no mind what my orders were at a previous point in history, because or make any kind of incision, not even on walls. Of that, goodness knows how we ever did anything, but no one's ever made any marks which have recorded information at any point so far.
No. So we've got no way of knowing how your grandfather, King Tim I, dealt with the first rabbit invasion.
No, well, because he found
This never happened to my grandfather, the first Chancellor.
Yes, well, you're down the hierarchy. You don't get kamikaze
Well,
nibble at your chin.
Our grandfathers used to have perfect conversations, and then our fathers had medium-sized conversations where they mumbled a lot, and now we're having these conversations where you seem to lapse into silence for several seconds at a time, and then resume your sentences. Well, I mean...
where did I go?
By the time of our grandchildren, we will be ignoring each other.
Okay. Right. Did you hear the bit about the rabbit hierarchy? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, sire. I did not hear the bit about the rabbit hierarchy. I think that may have happened in your head.
Well, it did. I have no means of knowing what is real and what isn't, because nobody has any means of recording anything.
No,
I was just meanly pontificating upon how your ancestors would not have a rabbit choking in their throat because you're just a chancellor and I'm a king. There is a hierarchy to these things. Arguably, it wasn't really worth me backtracking over that, as it was just a bit of bullshit.
Sire, It has given me an idea that maybe someday, many years from now, it will be my family that rules this kingdom and not yours.
Sir speaks treason, does sir? In my presence? In the presence of my extremely well-armed bodyguard? Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah,
well, if you wish to accuse me of treason, sire, you'd best make some record of it.
Oh, I'll be the king again. Well, I'm the king again now. Well, okay, I will. In my... Oh, my God, he's got me. Yes, God. Son of a bitch.
Have you got the map?
Yes, I've got it, Hazel. I've got the map.
Oh, thank you, Fiver.
Right. I've had another prophetic vision, but we won't talk about that.
No.
The map.
Save that for Salami Tuesdays. Now,
yes, right.
I'm going to write on the map here. This is where we attack the castle from.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're writing on the map, because I've got all my collection of books over here that we rabbits have invented, and you've got your map, and I will make a note of it on my iPad as well.
Oh, well done.
Right.
Now, I think the best way to get into the castle is to board a wagon as it's bringing supplies to the castle and kind of hide in the spokes of the wheels.
Well, that's a magnificent rabbit plan. And looking it up on my iPhone and all the kind of paraphernalia to record information that rabbits have invented, I can see that that's worked so many times before. That's amazing.
Yes.
You're genius, Hazel.
Yes. We used this plan at the fall of Constantinople. And at the fall of Rome.
I'm just going to thump on the floor a bit if I'm not going to annoy my neighbour. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. To show my appreciation.
Oh, but what if we have to return all these rabbit books back to the rabbit library before we've successfully conquered the castle?
Well, that's a problem, Hazel. That may be a problem because I'm overdue on all kinds of shit.
If we lose the books, we won't know our plan because we have books but no memories.
What would you? I can't remember what you said a minute ago about that. Have we been talking? Who are you?
I'm your brother.
Right.
Or your husband.
Sure about that? Because you can't remember. What?
I'm your brother or your husband.
Oh, well, that narrows it down a bit. I'm arguably either your mother or your aunt. I have no memory of these things. Yes. So, what were we going to do?
I'll check the books.
That's right, yes. I can't
help you. Attack the castle.
What? The castle?
Attack the castle. Kill the humans.
Right. And climb inside oh, yes, I made a note while you were talking. Climb inside a wagon wheel.
Oh, did I say that? Was that my plan?
Well, arguably, it was either you or my cousin or my mother or my granddad, one of those, but it's definitely written down here.
Oh, thank goodness you wrote it down. What would we do? Well, to the castle.
Right. I can't help feeling our society is a little top-heavy. Okay, here we go. Whoa, okay.
You know what I say about society?
What do you say, Gavin?
It's bottom heavy.
Bottom heavy, like your mum is. Bottom heavy.
That is what they call her.
Yeah. Bottom heavy Smith. Magnificent family name.
But you know what?
Yeah, what, Gavin? What?
There's so many bottoms like us.
Yeah.
That we could overthrow the tops. We're a top light society.
We really are. We really are. And we've got that king, but he's not doing shit.
Oh no.
No.
And he's got that weird chancellor as well that's always plotting against him.
Very, very weird. Disturbingly good looking, but also weird.
Yeah. Very weird.
He's got that bodyguard who appeared for maybe a second and did not get established as a character, so we'll forget about him.
Oh, I quite like that guy.
Okay, right. Maybe he'll turn up again later.
I hope so. I do hope so.
Okay, well, I'll make a note. Try and make a mental note, because we are a bottom, like a one-sided society. We just remember everything. We don't write anything down.
I mean, thank goodness humans have excellent memories.
Right.
What are those rabbits doing?
What the rabbits? The rabbits are at the bottom of. We're standing here on the battlements of the castle, and we're looking down. The rabbits down there. The rabbits down there.
I'm glad you've established where we're standing.
Yeah.
Because I go off in my own little world sometimes. I might not be able to keep track of where I'm standing.
You know, if I'd not established it for you, you might, like a pincher, like walk off the edge of the battlements, and that could be literally dangerous. So,
well, I'll remember not to do that. But if you could describe in excruciating detail the landscape that we are looking at now, that would be a big help.
Right, excruciating detail. Right, okay, right,
Painful detail.
Painful. Wow. Okay.
Anyone listening might start to get bored with the level of detail you put into this description.
It's almost like they've seen my solo act. Yes. Okay. Well. Well, the burnished rays of the afternoon sun are casting light upon the beautiful God's own country here where we live in the land of Akansak Chuckabuck, and the western. Oh, sorry. The western seas are lapping across the borders of the land, and there is a large avenue of oak and hawthorn trees in this town of Kansak Chuckabuck. Salute. Did the salute? Thank you. Oh, thank God. And the chestnut trees are molting, and there are a great profusion of rabbits.
Harry,
nearly. A what?
I hate to interrupt your poetic description of our fair country, but while you've been talking, my armour appears to have been stolen by rabbits.
Do you know what, Gavin? We have so much in common. I think we have a lot in common. Mine has too, which was an achievement because I was in full plate armour.
I was in chainmail, and they appear to have taken it apart link by link.
Wow. Well, you have a lower armour class.
Very
than me.
true.
I
can't help but notice that the rabbits seem to have taken hold of my legs and be dragging me below the battlements now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. You've disappeared, Gavin. You've gone. You've completely gone. It's good thing that hasn't happened to me. That hasn't oh, lordy!
Sire!
Hello, what? I was having another dream. I'm not abdicating this time. It was just about being naked at school. Right, it's fine. Hello, yes, Chancellor.
Sire, the rabbits are here. Have you got your personal guard on standby to defend us?
Good Lord, I let him go. He had no recurring character traits or running jokes, so I just let him go. He's gone. He's gone. I've let that. What? Yes.
We are defenceless. The rabbits will swarm in here and nibble us to death with their big buck teeth.
We are. You're completely right, Chancellor. Well, what do you think we should do?
Sire, there is no saving us now. This is the end of our civilization. But
right.
We must come up with some way to make sure we are not forgotten by the ages.
Well, we don't have anything like that. We just have our memories, and everything is a verbal folk record. Maybe yes.
I have a confession to make.
I saw your dirty magazines. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Thank goodness. I will not go to my grave with a guilty conscience. But sire, I have another confession to make.
Well, I've also seen. No, yes, the serious one. Yes, carry on. What?
Oh, but you just to clarify, you have seen the other thing.
Oh yes, it's filthy.
I want you to know it's nothing personal.
Good grief! No wonder you're so interested in the chain of command.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh.
But sire, I have a third, not adult-rated confession to make.
When did I ever do that? Yes, go on. Yes.
Sire, I have a terrible memory.
I'm afraid I don't understand. I do not understand.
Well, you give me orders to pass into law for the good peasantry of our country. And
yes.
And I do not remember. You recall? Well, I barely recall, but I brought you news of the rabbit invasion, but I had forgotten it.
You had?
And
that
so
was your... Yes.
I forget all the orders you give me as well. So the way that I have been running the country on your behalf is to, well, write it. Write it. Write it. Yes.
When the country has gone wrong or become unbalanced, you have righted it with your good leadership. I understand.
But also, I have righted it with these inscriptions that I have made on this vellum.
Speaks witchcraft. He speaks witchcraft. I do.
That was going to be my fourth confession, sire. I am also a witch. But back to my third confession, I have made this kind of collection of vellum pages in which I have been recording everything that you tell me to do. I call it a book.
A book?
Yes. I got the idea after your last bout of hiccups. Sire! Pull yourself together. chicken.
Well, there's arguably now is the first time ever. I don't know if I've ever done it before, so I'm going to do it now. Oh, no, we'll carry
The
on.
rabbits are at our door. They've taken a bloody long time to get in, but they are there.
And at some point, the plot will have to be resolved. So yes, well, what are you going to do with your book? Your book?
I will bury it, sire. I will bury it in a secret passage under these chambers to be discovered by a future civilization.
Right.
And they will know of our fate.
After we have all been slaughtered and the rabbits have ruled for 1,000 years.
Yes. Yes, sire. Well, I will hide this underneath the flagstones.
Right. Did he say he was a witch? He said he was a witch. Oh, okay.
Well, we have feasted on the blood of the humans. How was yours?
No, mine had just done an excessive amount of exposition, so he was very stringy. So, who is going to sit on the throne, Hazel?
Oh well, I think it's fairly obvious who should sit on the throne.
Yeah, yes. I have had prophetic dreams, and I am a key player in this.
Yes, and I have interpreted your prophetic dreams, and I am the holder of the library card.
Ever you know how to vex me, Hazel? Yes, you're right. You're right. It's almost like we're some kind of chancellor taking power from... God, Yes, I did. I went there. Rear up on your little paws. There you go.
I will. Well, I will take my seat upon the throne.
Oh, he's hopped on. And there he is, sitting like some kind of bunny emperor. Never thought I'd use that phrase before. Look, well. Your lupine. What should I do first? What should we do with the humans? What should we do with anything we find buried under the flagstones?
There won't be anything under the flagstones, will there?
Well, no. Now that you mention it, there probably isn't. And the last thing rabbits do is dig. So we're not going to discover anything.
No. Should we look? Should we check anyway?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
This is the greatest discovery I have ever made in 50 years of archaeology.
My goodness. Gosh, I'm barely 5 foot tall, and I'm over the moon.
Yes. Well, that is an unusually tall height for rabbit-human hybrids such as your good self, my boy.
It is true.
I think that this book may be a lost tome from before the merging of our two races.
What?
Yes.
I'm going to get on a cardboard crate just so I can appreciate what you're saying. Good God, the time of union.
Yes. When I first discovered it, my little cottontail stood up straight, in shock.
I'm on the verge of developing myxomatosis just out of sheer surprise.
Well, should we read it together, my boy? You are my best student.
Thank you, and we can take full advantage of our combined cranial facilities. Facilities and the writing that we have vouchsafed.
Can you believe that there was a civilization at a time before there was one species that could both remember and write down things?
It seems almost unnatural, almost bizarre, like some kind of classic children's literature.
You're right. It is bizarre. It is unnatural. And I feel that we are not ready for this.
You feel we should, truly, you feel we should bury what we have found?
Well, the Witch Council wouldn't approve for a start.
Oh, yes. And the army of one-dimensional bodyguards.
Yes.
They're going to come down on this shit like a ton of bricks.
I hear there's a representative from them coming here now.
Yes. Oh, hang on. I'm just get down off my crate. Hello. I'm back. I've appeared again. I've got a second appearance. Yeah.
Welcome to the university.
Well, fine. You know, I have a limited amount of interest because I have no discernible character traits. But it's nice to be here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, anyway, we all make do with what we're given.
Yes. Well, can my student come back now?
Give me a second. I was hoping for a little bit more to do this time, but never mind. Fine.
No, you've done your role.
Yes, get out of here. Hello. Yes.
Student. Well, I think we're agreed. The book cannot be seen. What is the one place where you can be sure never to find a book?
Where is that? Under the grass of Watership Down?
That's right.
Right.
I will dispatch it there immediately, and I will store it there with these 2 old wagon wheels.
Right. Magnificent. I'm so happy. They're in. I'm so happy.
And that's our show!
Hey!
We've been Historyonics. Thank you so much.
Well done, guys. Thank you so much. Oops, just saw out my screen there. So brilliant stuff. That was loads of fun. Where can the people find you on the old social medias?
We have a Facebook page. Just search for Historyonics, which is the word history, then onyx, Onics. Yeah, and if you follow that, then when we do have another show coming up, we will let you know. We don't at the moment, I don't believe, but that's where it will be.
We're due at Hoopla Improv.
Yes, but I don't think we've got a date yet, so that's not very helpful.
It's a few months or so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, fantastic. So, audience, we're just going to swap things over because in a moment will be the next World Championship quarterfinals, so just refresh the page. But for now, from me and the Historyonics, we will say